Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Zim's Beer Review. I'm your host, Garrett Zimmer. Thanks for following, however you may be following, whether you're on YouTube live stream or on Twitch, or if you're downloading wherever podcasts are found. Thank you for joining. Today, if you haven't noticed by the title, we have another Battle of the Beers. This is the second Battle of the Beers we've done, and this one I think is going to be a good comparison. I'm actually really excited for this one because I've had both of these beers multiple times, but I've never really given it a lot of thought as to whether or not they were even similar or one tasted better than the other. I saw them at the store and was like, oh yeah, those are both Belgian whites. Totally forgot. I don't know. I just never put it together. So I'm kind of excited for today's episode. So yes, this is Battle of the Beers, Belgian White Edition. So the two Belgian whites that we're going to be comparing today are Blue Moon, Belgian White, pretty standard. Belgian white beer, really common. I think everyone who even is moderately interested in beer knows what Blue Moon is. And Belgian White is one of their flagship beers out of the Blue Moon Brewing Company. And Blue Moon Brewing Company is located in Golden, Colorado, I believe. Pretty sure. And then we are going to be comparing it to Shock Top. Shock Top came out with a new label. They're going for a new look this year. I think this summer. They really changed their whole advertising labels on their bottles, their cans. Everything is a little bit different than it used to be. So this is a Shock Top, but it's also a Belgian White. Shock Top, if you don't know, makes a lot of shandies, really summer wheat beers. They're kind of going through a change right now. I talked to one of the distributors of Shock Top recently, and they got rid of some. They're bringing some in. You've probably seen their orange one. You've probably seen the lemon shandy they have, maybe the raspberry wheat. I know they had a chocolate pretzel for a while, but that one has actually since been discontinued, I believe. But anyways, so we're going to be comparing these two. Belgian White, Blue Moon, Belgian White, Shock Top. So I'm excited. I like both of these beers. I've had both of these beers multiple times, so I don't think I'm going to be biased in either direction. I don't really have a preference either way, but I'm really interested to see if they're even similar. And which one I prefer. So we're going to go ahead and open these up, and we'll get colors on them both. Forgive me for my space on my desk is limited. Okay, we open them both up. We're going to pour them both into glasses. I got to keep these glasses separate or we're screwed. Okay, first one we're pouring is Shock Top. As I pour it, it's kind of hazy, really yellow, deep yellow, but very hazy. I can actually see it almost looks like an unfiltered beer. Super hazy. Really light in color. And the second one will be Blue Moon. If I don't spill it all over my keyboard. Okay, the second one is actually really similar in color. Very hazy. It looks a little unfiltered as well. If you're following on YouTube, watching the video, you can see the color of these side by side is nearly identical. Almost no difference. I'm so surprised. I thought we'd have a little bit of color difference in this. The head on the Shock Top is holding up a little bit better than the Blue Moon. It's a little more compact bubbles. It actually has a lingering head on it. The Blue Moon has subsided almost instantly. Okay. Smell wise. Okay, Blue Moon smells like I smell orange peel. My gosh. These beers smell identical. I got to put the Blue Moon over here so I can keep track of left and rights. Okay. Yeah. So if you can look now, the head on the Blue Moon is actually completely gone now, and we still have a 1/4 inch ahead on the Shock Top, which is, I mean, I guess I can't say surprising because I didn't really have an idea of what that may do, but for what it's worth. Anyways, they do smell almost identical. Maybe a little bit stronger orange smell in the Blue Moon, but I'm stretching at that point. Okay, we'll give these a try. First one I tried is the Blue Moon. Really sweet. A lot of orange peel in there. Some coriander flavor. But the orange peel is really prominent in this one. They advertise right on the bottle that it's brewed with Valencia orange peel. Don't know what Valencia oranges are. I think it's just a fancy name for oranges. Okay, second one we're going to try is Shock Top. Okay, so there is a flavor difference. I actually am getting a little bit of lemon flavor from the Shock Top, which is surprising. It has a little bit of a sour bite to it that I never noticed. I've had this beer multiple times, never even noticed that it was somewhat sour. But maybe that's only because it's side by side with one that's not. I'm going to go back and forth between these a couple times here, so forgive me if I am just taking drinks, but I got to get something out of these. These are extremely similar beers. Obviously, they're both the same style, but I expected them to have some noticeable differences, and the smell, the color, the taste is really similar. Even what I'm describing to you guys so far, taste difference wise, I'm stretching. I really enjoy how smooth the Blue Moon is. It tastes a little bit deeper. I think it's like a spiciness that I'm tasting with the orange. I think it's the coriander that's in it when it's being brewed. It just tastes not spicy like peppers, but like spice as in like coriander, like those. I'm drawing a blank right now. Maybe even cinnamon a little bit. That I don't taste in the Shock Top at all. I'm really getting a lot of lemon flavor in that Shock Top, which is kind of surprising, because their logo is literally an orange on the bottle. It says Belgian white, and it has an orange with sunglasses right on the bottom. It should be a lemon. I think that should be a lemon with sunglasses, but they also have a lemon beer. So, man, right off the bat, I'm saying I prefer the Blue Moon. It goes down smoother. It has the more of a wheat beer subtlety to it. I'm not that I don't like the Shock Top and what it's offering, but right next to the Blue Moon, I have to say that I prefer the Blue Moon. The Shock Top is a little bit on the, not sour per se, but it has a little bit of a sour bite to it. A little bit of lemon flavor that I did not know was in it. And it's a little lighter, a little airier, doesn't have that spice characteristic. I prefer the Blue Moon. It just feels a little bit heavier, what I like in a wheat beer. But these are exceptionally good beers, both of them. And very similar in flavor, actually. Yeah. There's another flavor that I'm trying to pick out in the Shock Top here. I know I recognize it. I don't think it's the lemon, but there's something else in this. I can't put my finger on it. And it's almost not pleasant. I can't think of what it is. As I keep drinking it, it's not pleasant. I keep drinking. No, something about it is kind of a funkiness to it. Almost. I don't think it's the skunkiness of it. It's not that. It's leaning in the skunky side. It doesn't have the skunky smell or taste, but I can only describe it as like the beginnings to it becoming a skunky beer that I don't taste at all when trying the Blue Moon. Yeah, the Blue Moon is a superior beer in my mind. I prefer the Blue Moon over the Shock Top, but if someone offered me a Shock Top, I would definitely take it. And that's not because I'm an alcoholic, which I'm not. Keep telling myself that. No. The Shock Top is a good beer. The Blue Moon I just think is better when you're going to have a Belgian white, when you're going to have the the German style wheat beer, I definitely prefer the Blue Moon over the Shock Top. I feel like what it really tastes like to me is Blue Moon knows what they make, and they make the Belgian white really well. Shock Top makes a lot of things really well, and one of them just happens to be a Belgian white. It doesn't taste like it's their specialty because it's not their specialty. This is what Blue Moon does. This is just one of many things that Shock Top does. Now, I know Blue Moon does a lot more than just Belgian whites, but this is definitely their flagship. This is, when someone says Blue Moon, they're referring to the Belgian white. Even though Blue Moon is actually the company, this is what people are referring to. So between the two, I got to give it to Blue Moon. But that's not to say Shock Top is a bad choice. I'm going to finish both these beers. They're both good. And this was a lot closer than I expected. I did not think that this would be so difficult to tell. It took me a couple minutes of trying them back and forth to really put my finger on the one I liked, and to even convince myself of why I liked it more. I went back and forth there for a little bit, but I think they're both really good. And this was more difficult than I expected. They are far more similar than I expected. Color-wise, for sure. Scent-wise, for sure. Taste-wise, right off the bat, they are different, but the more you taste them, they do have similarities. You can tell they're the same style, but one of them is just done better. And in my mind, that is definitely the Blue Moon. So I encourage you to try them both. Give them a shot. If you have not had Shock Top's Belgian white before, definitely give it a try. I think that if anybody drinks drinks Belgian whites, I'm sure you've had a Blue Moon before, but maybe you have not had the opportunity, or maybe not considered trying the Shock Top. I would encourage you to go ahead and try it, and make your own decision. It is probably the lesser known of the two Belgian white beers we have today, but that does not mean that it is a bad beer at all. Enjoyable, but I think the Blue Moon takes the cake in the Battle of the Beers Belgian White Edition. So thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I mentioned it on a previous episode, but I'm going to mention it again today. We do have something special coming up. I wish I could tell you guys the date, but we're going to have a giveaway. We're going to be doing a giveaway. It's going to be, well, I don't even want to say what it is, but it's going to be beer related, and it will not be beer. So we'll say that. Hopefully it's going to be in the next couple weeks, hopefully sooner rather than later. There's some things we're trying to work out and get in line for the giveaway, but keep your eye out for the giveaway. I'm going to be keeping you guys updated in these episodes, so hopefully you're following, and I'm going to be updating it via Instagram, and that's actually where the contest is going to be held. The giveaway is going to be a contest, completely random, but it's going to be through Instagram. So find me on Instagram at Zim's Beer Review. Give me a follow, and you won't miss any of the upcoming news about the giveaway. So thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you next week. So as always, thanks for drinking.